You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Well, welcome everyone to Make Your Day Richer. Thanks for all the claps. And you know what? Thanks for 79,000 views and downloads of this here program. Thank you so much to everybody who watches every day, who shares it, all the guests that come on who share it. I love it. 79,000. And we're just getting started. We're not even 6 months in. Let's do this, shall we? Okay. And you know what else we should do is tomorrow you should come to the Touch a Truck and Tree Lighting in Waxhaw, North Carolina. It's at the downtown park. It's from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Santa will be there. We are turning on the lights, the city lights, downtown in the park. It's going to be a really fun time. There's a holiday train. There food trucks, games, all kinds of fun stuff. And me as your MC. This is the list. I don't know if I can show it. This is the list of all the entertainment that will be there. Some great musicians. Waxhaw Community Theater will be there. A chorus, a dance company, and me, and Santa. So come join us tomorrow from 3 to 6 at the downtown park in Waxhaw. They're looking for volunteers as well, so we'll put up the website to go volunteer if you'd like. All right. I don't really have anything happening. I went to a really nice, fun networking event this morning. Met some fun people at Sweetwater's Coffee and Tea in Indian Land, and that was fun. And yeah. All right. We have a really good show. It's our first Pod Match guest today. Thank you to our partnership with Pod Match. We have a really fun guest. His name is Dr. Josh McConkey. He wrote a book that he's going to talk all about. And he's doing great work and teaching us how we can help shape America's future through the kids out there. And so we're going to take a break. And we're going to be right back with Josh after this. Don't go away.
Body is whispering secrets to you about the life you're here to live. Decode the messages about the joy you're meant to experience despite, or maybe because of, the condition that upended everything you thought you knew. If you're ready to make magic and meaning of your one wild and precious life, learn more about coaching with Nona at nonajordan.com.
Cool. We're back, everybody. I'm here with Dr. Josh McConkey. I think you are the first doctor I've had on this show.
Really? Oh, that's an honor. Thank you very much.
I'm excited to have you here. Good morning. How's it going?
It's been a good day so far.
Good. Well, it's still early, so I hope you have your coffee and you're ready to go. You have an amazing book and kind of a great mission that you've created with your life, and I want to talk about how that came to be. Your book, Be the Weight Behind the Spear, is available now on Amazon. Where did that title come from?
Yeah, so the title, Be the Weight Behind the Spear. You know, I've got a military background. I'm an emergency doctor as well. I've been very fortunate in that I've got to work with some special operators, like the tip of the spear. I mean, these are the guys kicking down doors, taking out bin Laden, rescuing the Thai cave. In 2018, you remember the kids that were trapped in that cave in Thailand and everybody thought they were going to die? These are the guys that you call. I don't kick down doors and do crazy things. I save lives. I don't take them. And when you work with these types of individuals, like, you realize they all had somebody very special in their life, like a teacher, a coach, a family member, the weight behind that tip of the spear. we can't all do those things, but we can be the weight behind the individuals that do those things. So being the weight behind the spear, it's my call to action for Americans to just engage their community, and what they do every single day matters. The best resource that we have in this country is our people.
Yeah, I was just talking about that on a past episode that it takes everybody, that we can't look to one person, no matter who, president, whatever it is, that it takes all of us to help each other and to love each other. Who was that for you?
For me, I had some great coaches, my family, my parents, and my wife and kids right now really motivate me. I've been very fortunate. I had some great stories from like my wrestling coaches growing up that really gave me some good direction. And I mean, for me as a kid growing up in rural Western Nebraska, my parents had divorced. I was kind of an angry kid, and for me, like athletics and my coaches really kind of kept me focused, and obviously my parents and some of my teachers as well. But for the wrestling, it's the ultimate accountability. There's nobody else to blame. Nobody dropped the pass. Nobody missed the basket. It's just you. It's you and one other guy, and you either beat him or you don't. So you either worked hard enough or you didn't.
Can you talk about the book itself and kind of what's in the book? Because I think it's such a fascinating book.
Yeah, we start off this Generation Z, and I've called them the COVID generation. This is a generation of Americans that were shut out of schools, they were shut out of churches, they have difficulty communicating, but long before COVID. And then, they haven't known life without an iPhone or an iPad. And then you shut them out of schools and churches for like some critical years in their development. As an emergency doctor, I mean, I see the anxiety, the depression, the suicide. As a military commander, this generation, they don't have communication skills, they lack resiliency, and they quit so easy. I just felt that somebody needed to do something. This is my prescription for America. So it starts off, the first section of that book is just very simple leadership, accountability, taking ownership. How do you build those resiliency skills, and just some simple decision making, overcoming obstacles. And then I kind of broke it down, the other sections, into like how to be the weight behind the spear, and then great examples of how to not be the weight behind the spear, and then what kind of shaped my weight, and some great stories that shaped me growing up. And it's been very well received. I've been very happy.
Yeah, bestseller. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the awards are rolling in as well. So it's I feel very blessed.
Good, as you should, because I think it's such an important book. Who would you say the book is for? Is it for the kids? Is it for the parents? Is it for both?
Certainly for both. There's going to be great stories on those lessons of leadership for the kids. If you're a teacher, if you're a coach, if you're a business owner or a parent, anybody that works with this Generation Z, this COVID generation, these business leaders, they're now quickly realizing that this is their problem. So the earlier that they get involved, when you are hiring, like as a military commander, or if you're a business owner, and these are kids coming out of high school and coming out of college, and you're trying to teach them these leadership skills and the basics right now, you're really behind the eight ball. And most business owners have the same sentiment with this generation. So this whole book is to get them motivated. Go volunteer in your schools or in your church, or coach Little League, baseball, soccer, something. Find a way to contribute and just get involved in this with this generation before they get to you as a business owner, because this is your problem one way or another. The earlier we get involved, the better.
Was writing a book ever on your list of things you wanted to do, or what happened where you're like, this needs to be written down and I need to be the one?
Yeah, no, it's the first book that I've written. I've been in medicine for 20 plus years, and that really just consumes you. I used to write, I loved writing in college, and some short stories. I've written a couple of screenplays, and then there's one I'm working on right now. I think after 23 years, just trying to explore that other side of my brain again has been, it's been wonderful. What really prompted it was just what I saw after COVID as a military commander and emergency physician. I just, I see suicides and things as well, and it rips your heart out every time. And if you do the same thing over and over and over, you feel like you're just beating your head against a wall. So what can I do to make a real difference and try to turn things back around? Because, what I do at work in the emergency department is very important, but you're kind of just dealing with the repercussions of it. You're not preemptively trying to get involved and prevent it. So that was really the whole impetus behind the book, and it's been well received so far.
I want to talk about the writing process and what that was like for you to write a book and what you learned during all of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Just finding the time. I've got a wife and 3 kids. I'm an emergency physician. I'm a military commander. I stay very busy, but you find time for things that matter. And I really felt strongly that this is something that needed to be written and to be talked about and to try to promote so that we can do something before it's too late for this generation. I want to hand these kids the keys to this country. I want to retire, right? 15, 20 years. I want to punch out. I got to hand the keys to somebody. And right now they're not ready. I need them to be ready. So it was a ton of work. The editing process was a lot of fun. And then the publishing I had no idea, absolutely no idea what I was doing. And so it's a great example of, if you've got the will and the time and you're motivated, I mean, you can get it done, but it was a tremendous amount of work. I had a lot to learn.
How long did it take you to write?
It took me, it was at least probably a year and a half from start to finish, where I had at least a finished manuscript, and the editing process took, several months after that. And then the editors did a fantastic job. I mean, I'm a decent writer. I'm a fairly good writer, but they were able to just turn it into a real finished product. And my hats go off to them. Mara Anderson, Brenda Damon, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. Now that it's out there, do you think you want to write another one, or are you like, I'm good?
No, we have some ideas of turning this into a children's book series. You want to take that to the next step. I've also started a nonprofit organization, the Weight Behind the Spear Foundation. So, I mean, I believe in what this book is about, and I want to carry that forward. So we started the nonprofit organization, getting involved, trying to get people to volunteer in their communities. And right now, what we've seen in Western North Carolina with Hurricane Helene and all that damage. So we're kind of working towards helping rebuild there for the long term. And then, how do you teach a 5-year-old kid what integrity is, right? Or resiliency? And those are just crazy words to a 5-year-old. Well, we're going to put it down in a fun illustrated book, and you can just sit down with your kids and read that at night. And we're gonna try that way. So we've got a lot of fun ideas.
Can you talk about the nonprofit and how people can support it, like where they can go to support it, and what type of support do you need?
Yeah, thank you very much. So weightbehindthespear.com. So WEIGHT, weightbehindthespear.com/foundation. So FOUNDATION. So weightbehindthespear/foundation. And right now, taking contributions, we'll take volunteers. It's been another learning process for me, starting a nonprofit organization. But again, when you're motivated and you're doing it for the right reasons, you'll get it done. So LegalZoom.com, and there's all the legal and IRS and 501c3. So I've got all that done, and now we're gonna want to put it to work.
I was in the nonprofit world for many years, and so my hat is off to you. For someone who does it for the right reasons, it's so much work, and people don't understand how much work goes into it. So thank you for the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
I also, because it's a very interesting story of how kind of this all started with you winning the lottery.
Yeah. So in February of last year, my son, I dropped him off at gymnastics, and I'm getting gas, while he's at gymnastics, and they've got up in the window, hey, here's the lottery prizes. And one of them caught my attention, the North Carolina Cash 5 lottery, because I've always felt like the Powerball is impossible to win. You could have all the numbers, but not the right Powerball. But 5 numbers, maybe statistically, that's probably a little better. So I bought some tickets, didn't win that night, and just rolled the same numbers forward for the next night. And I woke up Friday morning with a crazy email, and it says, log in. We need some tax information. And I like, okay, well, whatever, another scam. I'm definitely not
Another
clicking on
spam, yeah.
that. But I had done the online tickets in North Carolina. We've got an online play. And so I logged in and it said, like, claim your prize. It was a tremendous amount of money. And it was shocking. I had to call my wife over. It's about 6:30 in the morning. We're yelling at the kids. Finish breakfast, put on your shoes, brush your teeth. They're screwing around, running around everywhere, trying to get them ready for school. And that was a very pleasant surprise.
Wow. That's amazing. Amazing. That's so crazy. What do you love? Because I mean, obviously your life completely changed from that moment. No matter what kind of you were going to do with that money, it has changed. What do you love most about your life now?
Oh, family, the kids. I've been super blessed. I served in Iraq in 2007. I carried the body bags of America's heroes off the battlefields. So I saw a lot of death and destruction. I didn't think I was going to survive. I was there for the surge. They shot down 8 helicopters in a 2-week span. The day I landed there, they shot down one of our helicopters, and I was flying medevac and did some things that I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning wanting to make a difference and do something that matters. I don't care about the money. The lottery was just a crazy blessing, but it doesn't change me in the slightest. I'm genuinely happy to be alive.
I loved when I was reading about you, one of the things was shaping America's future. And I think like that stuck to me when I was reading about that. And you talked a little bit about that when we were talking about the book. But what are some ways, as a person who, like, I don't have kids, right? So I don't have soccer to go and volunteer at. But what are some ways that people can start that ripple effect?
Well, like right now, like this podcast, your show, you're helping promote this message to get Americans engaged. That's incredibly powerful. That's very important. Everybody has something different to give. All right. For me, I coached soccer. I coached some t-ball and, work in the emergency room, try to help people where I can. Some people love animals. Like, get out there and volunteer at your animal shelter. Those animals help comfort people, these comfort animals. If you got anxiety, depression, they've got great studies that show, people that have those emotional support animals do so much better. So you're making a contribution there. Volunteer in your church, start a nonprofit. If you just look online, just Google nonprofits, there are hundreds and thousands of opportunities for you to get out there and get involved and help somewhere, something that you enjoy. I know a lot of parents would rather pull their hair out than go coach t-ball, right? They're rolling around, playing in the dirt, punching each other. It just drives parents crazy. I got a big kick out of it. It was very frustrating getting to do the simplest things, but it was a lot of fun. It was, time with your kid. So everyone has something different to give. Everyone's got different, unique things that they can contribute, and what you do matters. It contributes to the growth of our country, to our development of leadership for our children. And you're really that's a national security issue. People overlook that. It really matters.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a great point, because people think that if they can't do a huge thing that's going to impact 1,000 people, that it doesn't matter. But it really does matter to that group of kids who are sitting there on the soccer field.
One of these kids is going to be the first human being on Mars. Or one of these kids is going to be a police officer or a paramedic, maybe even a Green Beret, taking down the next bin Laden. I mean, you got to look at that. Like these kids, this is the future of our country. One of those kids is going to be something really special, and you have a part to play in that. That's very powerful.
What's the best way that people can connect with you, but you personally and the nonprofit?
Yeah, so the weightbehindthespear.com is my I've got a webpage that's for the book. Josh McConkey for America is for me personally. I do a lot of public speaking. If you're looking to engage me there for speaking, so Josh McConkey for America.com, and just reach out, send an email. I like to talk with people, and I'm always happy to contribute where I can.
Good. It's such an important book. Be the weight behind the spear. Dr. Josh McConkey. I just want to say doctor. Are you a don't say doctor, just say Josh, or do you like?
Yeah, I've got a lot of titles. So I'm kind of a MacGyver doc. Did you watch the TV show MacGyver?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm an
Mhm.
emergency physician. I'm a military commander. I'm a best-selling author. Coach some soccer and t-ball. I have a Class E license with the U.S. Soccer Federation,
Oh,
and my
wow.
kids don't want to play soccer anymore. So that'll teach me. But I wear a lot of hats. But yeah, just Josh is fine. Dr. Josh, that's been a fun one. A lot of the shows I've been doing. So just Dr. Josh is catchy.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your story and for doing the work you're doing. I truly
It's a
appreciate
pleasure
it.
to be on the show. Thanks for what you're doing.
Of course. No problem. This is the easy part. We'll take a break and we'll be right back after this.
Thank you.
Tired of harsh chemicals in your home? Let's change that. At EcoGlow Cleaning, we bring eco-friendly expertise right to your doorstep. We will make your day richer by bringing a glow to your home or office. For over 20 years, EcoGlow Cleaning has been the trusted choice for professional cleaning services in the Charlotte area. From deep cleaning to regular maintenance, EcoGlow Cleaning offers a wide range of services. All services are tailored to your needs and schedule. Our eco-friendly products ensure a healthy and safe environment for you and your family, including your pets. For a free quote, visit our website at www.ecoglowcleaning.com or give us a call at 704-777-9768. EcoGlow Cleaning is a proud sponsor of Make Your Day Richer TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Dr. Josh, for being on the show. Make sure you come to Waxhaw tomorrow, 3 to 6, for the Touch a Truck and tree lighting. The entire town will be ready for you and lit up at 6 o'clock to go shopping and enjoy the holiday season. So there you go. Have a great weekend. Go make your day richer. Go make someone else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.